Girl, no, I'm busy. I can't. Not every Monday. Welcome back, guys. I'm Eris Simone. This is another episode of Wisdom for Women, mental health professional, certified life coach, creator of Wisdom for Women, founder of the Blue Heart Project. Peep the merch. Don't get too crazy now. Don't get too crazy. I have a very special guest today. I have the honor, the privilege to speak with my mentor, guys, in person.
Yes,
give it up for Miss Atia, everyone. Claps. No, for real, girl. So tell the people who you is. What you do?
Hey y'all. So my name is Atia, and I'm a certified life coach. I'm Eris's mentor, and that's my baby, my mentee. Yes.
What happened?
So yeah, I'm here in Houston. You know, told me to pull up on the show, and I was like, I gotta do this. Like, it's only right.
It's only right.
The Eris Simone. Like,
No.
Okay.
Wait, hold on, y'all.
If you ain't here, then I'm sorry for you.
Not too much. You see how she like just boosts me? Okay, get friends that boost you for real. Cause
period.
If they don't, they're haters. Sorry. But anyway, today we gonna be talking about a lot. Let's give it 2 parts. I think it might be a 2-parter. You know. But I definitely just want to dive straight in it. Get to the goods. Get to the nitty gritty. We basically it's because it's really giving. For me, of course, New Life Who This.
I like that.
You know, we talked briefly about how Wisdom for Women started in regards to me being in my mom's house. One little ring light.
What's the ring light for me?
And just my little phone on Instagram Live, child, having people feature week by week on Wednesdays. And now I'm so happy that you were able to come out here and just like see like, you know, the growth in person. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like I told you, I was going to get you on here, whether it was going to be Richmond or here. But I'm
so
glad that you was able to come. Like, you know, everything. God is just so good, y'all. Alignments. Oh my gosh.
When you do it.
But although, you know, obviously they're going to see this episode and, you know, the studio and everything like that, I wanted to really dive into the price of positioning.
Okay.
Because, yeah, this is all cute, lights, camera, action, but what we don't talk about in just our success and our journeys to become the people that we've been created to be is how much it costs in every aspect. So, first thing first, what do you feel like your position in regards to, you know, being a certified life coach, having your degree, being a Delta, just everything? What do you feel like that's cost you, you know, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, financially?
Ooh.
Deep, I know.
Yeah, that's a good question. I feel like when people found out I was a life coach, it was like, huh? A life coach? Like, but then some people was like, you know what? You do give good advice. You know, I do always go to you for stuff. And it was just like, it kind of resonated because I'm such a servant leader and I love to help people. So it was like right up my alley. It aligned with me perfectly. And I never thought I would be here doing this. I feel like it was kind of like a spiritual warfare too as well. Because like, I think I found something that I want to do solely just, this is all I want to do. I don't want to work for no one else. I want to just do this. I want to help people. So it's like, how can I transition from working a 9 to 5 to just work for myself solely? Right. But then it's like, you know, you got bills to pay. You got extracurricular activities and things that you want to do, and a lot of things be coming up. So it's just like doing it for yourself and nobody helping you. Yeah, that's when it comes into play. It's like, all right, how am I gonna do this financially?
Yeah, for sure.
So it's a battle, but it's rewarding at the same time too, because like not even just financially rewarding, but spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, like it makes me happy. So I feel like if you're not happy doing something, you need to try to do something else.
Now, I want us to talk about briefly before I give my take, the difference between a life coach and a therapist.
Right.
Because a lot of people don't understand the difference. Now, from me and my perspective, although I do have, you know, that certification, majoring in social work, minoring in psychology.
Right.
It's two completely different things, because a therapist, that's a PhD. Right. That's something that you in school for, you're licensed through the state, what have you. A life coach, and I hate to say this, but it's like, although I know we're professionally certified, somebody could wake up tomorrow and be like, I'm a life coach. But the difference between, I feel like, the two is therapists more so, they work with mental health issues, diagnosis, things of that nature. Life coach, we more so like, you're not about to make 10 steps with me forward and then go back 20.
Right.
Like, it's all about accountability. It's all about what you're actually willing to put the work in and do, versus I'm going to hold your hand. I'm not here to hold your hand. You're not paying me to hold your hand. You're paying me to hold you accountable. You paying me to make sure you get to these goals, to boss up your life in whatever way. Now, what do you specialize in, again, as far as life coaching? I specialize
in empowerment coaching, trauma and crisis, and sometimes a little bit I dabble in relationship too.
Make sure y'all book her.
Yeah.
Every camera. For real. Okay, that's a bet. I love that. So myself, I specialize in trauma, self-help, and relationships, whether they be platonic or romantic. It's so funny because you know me.
Yeah.
But like, when I say that to people and like say they don't know how old I am, they like, oh wow, like, how old are you? Like, how would you have knowledge or wisdom to give to me? But it's just like,
they don't know what you went through. Just how old you are. I went through some stuff. And it's so crazy because at one of my home churches back home in Richmond,
my former pastor's first lady, she told me when I first had the idea of the Blue Heart Project, because at first I was just doing prevention workshops for girls, and I literally started in my home church with my very first workshop. And when I just gave her my whole vision and just about like everything I wanted to do with it, she warned me in 2017, like, you're going to have a lot of people that's going to doubt you because of how old you are. Don't listen to them. Don't worry about them. That's not your tribe. That's not who you meant to impact. So I love that. I love that for us. Oh my gosh. Make sure y'all book us after this episode, please. My consultation is free this month. I don't know about her. All right.
Consultations are always free for me. Okay.
But no, literally. So I feel like what people don't understand as well is that, like, having your position or just being positioned is expensive in every way. Like, I feel like a lot of people are not willing to pay that price as well, because even for me, and just seeing my journey and everything I've been through and everything that I'm, going towards, we're making continuous down payments. Like, I think it was Sarah Jakes, love her, by the way, that's my pastor, love you, girl, can't wait for you. She said it like, everybody thinks success is just, let me drop this. No, you're going to keep making payments and keep making payments, because as you evolve, so will your idea of success.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? I know for me, though, and also being a mental health professional, I've come to the realization that if you're not at one here or at one spiritually, your success is not going to ever go through the ceiling how you think it is.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like, come on now, like, let's be very intentional about where we're trying to go, and let's focus on the grand scheme of things rather than, oh, I just want to be a millionaire. Okay, so let's work on financial literacy. Let's work on budgeting. Let's work on investing. Let's work on having the consistency and the discipline to even get there, because you're going to have to make certain sacrifices in order to really bring that into fruition. A lot of people not ready for that conversation. Though. I have this conversation with my friends all the time. Well, I'm not gonna say my friends. I'm gonna say people that I've associated with. Oh, I want to be a millionaire. Why would God bless you with an M and you can't even save 1,000?
I don't think they heard you. I don't think they heard you with that.
You can't manage 10 bands.
Right.
So how are you even about to see 100K? How are you about to see a quarter? Why do you think, like
people always asking for more when they can't handle what they have on their plate now? God not going to give you more unless you can literally handle what you have right now.
And that's all I be saying. Like, and sometimes I just, what I've been hearing all my life, what I've been saying all my life is everybody love how real Eris is until I say something they don't like. But I'm going to always speak the truth because it's just like people don't be realistic with their own self.
Right.
I
That's the type
don't.
of friend that you need around, though. You need somebody to be a yes man. You need somebody to tell me, okay, you was wrong. This is not right. You need a plan. You need to do something different. This is not, it's not going to work that way. I respect you more if you tell me what I need to do versus what I want to hear.
But you know, people ego is so fragile.
Yeah.
And we live in a society now where it's just like,
it's that social media.
You can't even tell people the truth. It's like everybody is low key. I'm not gonna say everybody, but the majority is living in a facade. The majority requires you to stroke their ego on a daily basis. You can't hold people accountable no more. Everybody want to point the finger at you and then hide in the dark of what they be doing. It's just like, what is going on?
Right. I
will say firmly, if you're looking for the friend that's going to constantly stroke your ego and just be your yes man and let you talk to them crazy, do whatever, I'm not your friend.
You can't be around me.
I'm sorry. Cause are we trying to grow or are we trying to just be stagnant? Because that's the thing too. Everybody talks so much about success in a way of their career or their finances or where they live or what they drive. I'm a big self-development person.
Right.
I know that the better I become internally, the better out, like that'll all transcend on everything else I touch. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's like Lauryn Hill, what she said, how you gonna win when you ain't right within?
Cause how?
I don't know how. I have to be right within myself first for anything else to come together.
Jesus. I don't get it.
I just don't get it either. I feel like this year, I feel like it has been such a transitional period to where it's just like, it's more so about self-development.
Yeah.
And I feel like everybody literally had to sit down with themselves and they're like, I got to get it together. I can't keep doing the same things. I can't keep staying in the same space that I'm in. If I want to elevate, I got to change it up.
Right.
Like, so I feel you, like, you don't want to be stagnant. You left Richmond, and that was huge. Like, that was big. Like,
child,
you left your hometown. A lot of people ain't do that.
With
They probably
tears
looking
in
at
my
you.
eyes.
They probably looking at you like, oh, she thinks she better than me because she left. You know what? I am. Because
I ain't say that, y'all. She said that. Don't call me.
Like, you can't grow there. Like, you cannot do what you're doing here, there.
Yeah.
They don't know how to take that. That's not your audience. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like here you're doing so well for yourself and your audience is here. Like, they're not going to listen to you in Richmond. They don't want the help.
Okay, so just because while we speaking on this, you know, everybody asks me, well, why are you leaving? And it's just like, because I have a 5 and 10 and 15 and 20 year plan, I knew that in Richmond I was going to hit a glass ceiling. I knew that I wasn't going to grow to my maximum potential. I was too comfortable. Like, don't get me wrong. When I graduated, I was getting job offers left and right. I could have got me an apartment downtown, Chaco, Chester, something. And it's no shade to anybody that graduated and stayed in Richmond. I just know, well, for one, I'm not originally from Richmond. I was born in North Carolina. Okay. So my plan was to always, when I graduated college, to go back further down south. So it was actually between Charlotte, Atlanta, and then I started visiting Houston in 2020 when the pandemic flights was happening.
That was a good time to travel.
Shout out to the pan.
Okay.
Shout out to the pandemic, actually. Okay. Sorry guys.
Running it up.
But no, and it was a complete culture shock. I didn't know Houston was like this. It literally is a black mecca of wealth. And it's no shade. Well, Charlotte is dying down. And people in Charlotte will even tell you, like, we finna move to Atlanta, we finna move to Houston.
Right. That's what I always hear, literally, Atlanta and Houston.
Like, literally. Atlanta, the plan was to move to Atlanta, but it was just like,
not right now.
It's just, I didn't want to live on the outskirts, but I also didn't want to live in the city and pay that rent. You feel what I'm saying?
City's crazy. Very oversaturated.
It's just, and also too, in no shade, I love Atlanta. You know, shout out Miss Skittles. But it's a lot of perpetrators in Atlanta. I need to be around
authentic people.
authentic mentors, real movers and shakers, not everybody running everything, not everything fake designer, everything. I needed to be around the real deal.
Yeah.
And what I see out in Houston is so many people that look like us that is getting it, getting to it. Oh my God. Like, I love, and I'm not materialistic for real, but I do like shiny things.
It's not wrong with that.
But I love when I'm driving and I'm like driving through my neighborhood and I'm seeing a girl whipping the Bentley, whipping the Bottega truck, whipping the I love seeing that. And she's on the phone. I see her like typing on her Tesla. Like, I love seeing, that's motivation.
It really is. Like, yes, sis. I'm gonna get there.
Do you feel me? Yeah. Like, and I know that in Richmond, the motivation not there, because I already knew mentally I was growing out of it. I was already out of Richmond by my senior year of college anyway. So it was just like, girl, I can't wait to leave. And it's so funny because, you know, the day that it was time for me to leave, I'm in the airport with tears in my eyes. Like, I gotta do it. I gotta go. My mom like, are you sure? Like, I had the girl that I was supposed to move in with back out last minute and everything. And I was just like, God's still telling me to go, though. Like, that's not an indication of I need to stay. That's really just like a...
God gonna make a way. I'm gonna make a way. I'm gonna figure it out.
Do you feel me? But to really back in. Because, you know what I'm saying? You know, we going over those tangents. But I just wanted to talk about in regards to me and, you know, what the price of positioning has been to me. Spiritually, I feel like it started with God literally breaking me down to build me back up stronger than I ever been here. I don't feel like that would have happened. I know it wouldn't have happened in Richmond. I feel like he separated me and he isolated me just to do that. I feel like my spiritual journey here really got serious, though, when I decided to participate in Lent. And that was like completely life-changing. Like, I realized so many things. So I feel like that's what that cost me spiritually. In regards to mentally, just releasing old mentalities, understanding that
certain things don't serve you anymore.
Certain things don't serve me no more. Certain people don't serve me no more. And that's okay. Like, what is the phrase? Familiarity breeds contempt. I think that's the phrase. I don't know. Don't
that sound about right.
But it's just like, just releasing that. Habits too. Just like, you know, a good friend of mine, he said his mentor told him every day is a Monday. Wow. Every day is
like a new day to just start fresh.
A Monday?
That's kind of what I took from that. Like,
think about how serious Mondays be and how you just set the tone.
Right.
Imagine if we had that mentality every day we woke up. What? The 1%.
Literally.
But I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to get there. I know I'm not there right now.
I like that quote, though. Every day is a Monday.
That's hard.
Yeah.
That's something to really like, that's motivation for sure.
It really is, because it's like, what happened yesterday? That's yesterday. This is a whole new day.
It's a whole new week.
Literally.
Imagine if you woke up every day and thought like, it's a whole new week. Wow. Clean slate? It don't matter I got drunk last night? No. But no, seriously. And then just like emotionally, like I told you, you know, I was in a really dark place when I first moved here. But taking the time to do that real work, to really reflect, to really sit by myself, to not be out here wilding.
Right.
And just hopping from person to person to person because I'm lonely or because I need the validation or because I miss home or all of that. Really doing that work and just sitting with myself and actually taking the time to learn myself, my pros, my cons. Am I an asset? Am I a liability? Do I need to work on this? Do I need to work on that? A lot of people never take the time to work on these things, and it shows in their simply in their conversation.
Yeah.
It's like
people are scared to look at themselves and actually realize I'm not who I think I am or who I say that I am.
And then when you hold that mirror up, oh no. No, because you continuously trying to put yourself with other people to avoid being by yourself. That just speaks volumes on your character. Right. A lot of people can't be by themselves. Why? So why you think that somebody gonna stay with you if you can't be by yourself.
Yeah.
If you can't be with you, what are we talking about? You don't even want to be with you.
Right.
So why would I want to be with you?
Make it make sense. The math ain't mathing.
The math is not mathing. I'm not even that good at math, but
neither. But I'm good with money. I tell you that.
period. And his. Nah, but seriously, and then just like physically, you know, grounding myself, as you know, like I've been a gym rat for like ever since I moved out here.
The gym. I was like, dang, I need to get up. No, she be in the gym every day.
But no, it's really more so for my mental though, honestly. Because I used to be a really big stoner. So like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like when I come from the gym, it just be like, I don't know. I just hit the blunt. Like I just be feeling so good. Like I just be feeling grounded. I don't feel like, because I used to suffer from anxiety. So like it just helps with all of that. So it's really not even like I'm trying to get gains or I'm trying to have abs. It's really like, no, I got to work out like 4 days a week or I'm going to feel off. Just like I got to journal every morning or I'm going to feel off, or I got to meditate at least 1 or 2 days out. You know what I'm saying?
You have a routine that you stick to.
Yeah, and it just makes me feel centered because obviously, you know, just being out here this weekend, Houston has a lot to distract you.
It really do. And
you can literally go out every day of the week and have a blast.
Which is crazy. I was like, on a Thursday at 2:00, does anybody have a job?
No.
Because people are literally out drinking, smoking
That's
hookah.
A running joke. That's a running joke.
I was like, back at home, people at work. You can't find nobody to go out to drink with at 2:00.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a running joke that nobody has a job in Houston. But it's so funny because what I feel like it is so if any nurses are watching this, I would highly suggest y'all to come out here because the nurses is the girls with the Chanel bags and that's driving the Jaguars.
They're running it up.
They're running it up. And they're only working 3 days out the week, 12-hour shifts.
Should have went to school for something else.
Ooh, girl. But so, you know, a lot of the girls, you know, be nurses. A lot of people are independent contractors, so they make their own schedule.
Okay.
A lot of people are entrepreneurs, so their businesses are on autopilot, or maybe they just got to do a couple of meetings in the morning and then they whole day free. Me, myself, being a QMHP, I go see my clients, I do my notes, and I'm free.
And you know, right, you make your own schedule.
After I'm done my clients, I definitely can do my notes at the bar. I mean.
Hey, it's on your phone. You can access it, your laptop.
So that's like just like the running joke out here because a lot of people just kind of work their schedule. Like honestly, and it's so funny because that's one of the things I pray for, like upon graduation. Like God, please don't have me behind somebody's desk. I can't.
That's
I can't.
boring.
I
Fall
don't
asleep
because it's too much structure. Like obviously, we doing this right now on 5 o'clock on a Friday.
People will be just getting off work right now.
How? Can't do it.
But you know what though? I feel like you were meant to be here, like, because you was back at home. You would be around people that are like-minded. You need people that are above you to help you elevate. Like, one of my friends told me, if you're sitting at the table with everybody with the same mentality, how you going to grow?
Who's growing who? Because iron sharpens iron.
Right.
All right.
So it's like, why not be at a table with people that are on another level that could teach you something? You sit around the table with the same people. Y'all can't teach me nothing. We all doing the same exact thing. I want to sit over here with him because he got this business and he doing this. Like, I need to be with y'all.
And just a tidbit, guys, for the viewers, please stop getting advice from people that are not doing what you're trying to do. Like, prime example, stop receiving financial advice from people that do not have money or don't have more money than you. They live in poverty. Nothing against poverty. But you not going to ever get good advice on financial literacy from somebody that blow their whole check when they touch it. I'm just saying. I just want to throw that in.
You ain't got no money for 2 weeks.
You still stay with your mom. No shade. But what's going on?
Right. How you teaching me something and you're not even walking by your word?
You driving a foreign, but you live with your mom?
Make it make sense. So I see how you driving a foreign.
I don't
paying no
understand.
bills. I don't know where your money going to that car.
I don't understand that.
Yeah, I know people.
But once again,
not everything.
to each his own. Different strokes for different folks. I just knew I needed me a crib before I worried about that car.
Okay.
I don't know.
I need somewhere to lay my head.
Somewhere nice.
my
Actually,
own pot to piss in. People don't got a pot to piss in.
But they got all the designer.
It's just crazy.
$3,000 outfit. No crib. What? You don't have a bed?
You don't have nothing to show for.
You don't got a headboard? What you got on the mirror? Okay, sorry. We're throwing so much shade. Okay. Anyway, reeling it back in. But no, seriously. But in all of that growth, I feel like my number one thing that I'm still battling today is just like battling my old self, because it really is you versus you, and me having that conversation internally, like, yo, you don't owe your old self nothing. Like, you don't have to report back to her. You don't have to be like, well, I still need to hold on, and I still need to stay in contact, and I still need to make sure you don't owe your old life anything.
You don't live at that address no more. You don't.
Oh,
but you don't live there no more.
But it's so, like, how can I say this? It's such a mental thing, because you don't even realize. Everybody talks about attachment issues in regards to, like, other people.
Right.
But nobody talks about how difficult it is to detach from who you've been and the identity that other people know you as. Because, like me, back home, people know me. Oh, Eris, Miss Cheatham niece, Chief Blackwell. Yeah, I know her. Oh, Eris, Clock Springs. Yeah. Oh, Eris, Albert Hill. Oh, Eris, MSI. Oh, Eris, cheer for TJ. Varsity. Oh, yeah. Oh, Eris, she went to state. Oh, Eris, she work at Liquid. She work at Pig and Brew. So many identities. And it's like, it's so funny because in all of that, none of y'all really knew me.
No.
Wow. So I want to talk about that. Like, what is I ain't got comfortable. So like, what is just like, how do you deal with, because I know you from New York originally. We know you went to Union.
Yeah.
But obviously now, you're this grown lady. How do you deal with that in regards to, like, people maybe approaching you from your past, or even you being confronted by your past or the past versions of yourself? We digging today. Yeah. Wisdom for women.
So shout out to everybody in their 30s who just turned 30 on the third floor now. It's lit up here. But no, like, so I just turned 30 in May, and I feel like it was like I had to sit with myself, because coming into 30, I was like going through like a midlife crisis or something. I'm like, what is going on?
Really?
I was going through it. And I was just like, I turned 30, and I really had like a little intimate little party with people from all walks of my life, and just came to celebrate me. I didn't put no makeup on. I didn't have no fancy outfit. I didn't do anything, but just sat there and just enjoyed everybody. The next day, I sat in the park with my best friend, and we literally just sat there and just listened to music and just laid there. And I just felt like,
that sounds like peace.
it was so peaceful. And I'm like thinking back to everything that I've been through, all like the identities that you said, and all the hats that we wear as women. Like, you said you was working at Liquid, you was doing this and that, and people don't really know you. People don't really know me, like you said earlier, like, oh, Tia the Delta, XYZ, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I wear these hats, but that's not who I am.
Right.
So I feel like I had to really sit there and put all those hats into one and just really be real with myself. Like, be you, live for you, don't worry about nobody else. Like, I really feel so much better about myself, where I'm really just focused on my goals, and I don't sugarcoat nothing for nobody. I'm more about just self-development. And I feel like if you ain't never been to therapy, please go to therapy.
Ooh.
I feel like if you're a coach or something, you need somebody. You need a therapist.
Therapists need therapy.
If you're seeing a therapist or a coach that doesn't see no therapist or nobody, you don't need to see them. Honestly.
No, literally.
Like,
because what are they doing with all of that? They're harboring in it.
Yeah.
They're projecting it. But
so I feel like I'm dealing with it in such a good way now, to where I haven't even told nobody this, but I'm transitioning into moving, getting out of Virginia. And I feel like I've been in Virginia for 7 years. After college, I moved to Richmond for 7 years. 7 is a number of completion.
Yeah.
I am done. And I have a prophet, and she been telling me, like, for months now, God is telling you to go. He sees transition. He sees change. You cannot change in Richmond. You got to go.
This is wild.
It's crazy. So I've been dealing with this season of transition where I've been broken down, but I still have faith every day. Like you said, treat every day like a Monday. Literally, I'll probably be going through the worst thing yesterday, but I'm going to get up the next day and be like, God's going to find a way.
Yeah.
God is a way maker. So I haven't stressed out at all. Like, I feel like my stress level, I haven't even been stressed, which is crazy. And usually I used to have so much anxiety and be stressed so much that I'm like killing myself. Like, I'm not eating. I don't want to do nothing.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, why stress? Find a plan.
Yeah.
I feel like everything is about what's the end goal. Okay, this is not going good for you. So what are you going to do to get there?
Right.
And I've hit so many rock bottoms, but it's like, what don't break you makes you stronger.
Yeah, for sure.
And I always think about somebody else that got it worse than me. So what I'm going through, I got a roof over my head. I have a job. My bills are paid. I have a car. I got food in my mouth.
What are we really complaining about? Yeah.
So I feel like, what was your question again? You said, how do I deal with it?
How do you deal with it,
How
girl?
do I deal with it? I literally just keep my faith in God, literally. And I kind of strayed away from him a little bit. People feel like, oh, you don't go to church every Sunday. That doesn't matter.
And can I interject?
Yeah.
To speak on that really quick. Like I told y'all before, oh no, I'm sorry, that was another episode. So I'm spiritual. I don't subscribe to any one religion because I know religion was created by man. It was also created to separate us as people. I believe in God. I believe in the Most High, Allah, whatever you want to call him. Cool. I know it's a higher power.
Right.
However, I just want to speak on that really quick because what matters is your relationship. It doesn't matter about being a church member. You know how many church members are heathens?
Come on.
You know how many church members is in there raping little kids and stealing from the collection and
judging
and
sinning.
messing with the pastor behind the first lady? All right.
Them church people really watch them church people. Watch them church people.
But no, I had to say that because first of all, it's about the relationship you have with him. I talk to God like that's my dog.
Like that's my friend. Like I be in the car. People probably think I'm on the phone. I turn my music down and I'm talking to you. Yeah, guys. So like,
here we go.
I really need you today. Like, I know I did this, but I need you today. Like,
I made it your image, so it's like you have a sense of humor.
I'm talking to you as my friend because at the end of the day,
and that's what he loves.
Yeah, he wants that I feel like you have to have a real relationship with God. You don't have to be scared of talking to God. People be like, well, how do you have a relationship with him? Talk to him like you talk to everybody else.
No, literally.
No matter where you at.
And he'll show up.
Yeah, you don't have to sit on the floor and be on your knees. And I'd be right in my bed. All right, God, look, I'm coming to you right now. Right. You could be in the bathroom, in the shower, wherever. Like, just have that moment in that conversation. It don't got to be a set time. It don't got to be a set place. It don't got to be, just do it when you feel like it. And I feel like my relationship with God has gotten so much better to where things have been working out for me because I keep that relationship with him tight and that faith every day. I'm such a hopeful person. And I used to be like a hopeless romantic, but I'm like, I'm being hopeful romantically with God.
Oh,
so
that is beautiful.
Thank you.
That is beautiful, guys.
So it's like, even though you don't gotta go to church, every Sunday and still, you could watch the word, on YouTube and stuff like that, but I literally just talk to my boy. Like,
my boy.
That's my boy. He holding me down. You got nobody to hold you down. He gonna hold you down.
Okay, because like, and just, in my experience being here by myself, like, only entity I could lean on. I thought my situation was gonna be a lot different than what it's been here, but I'm so grateful in the relationship I have with him now because it's just like, I know, obviously we need people, obviously, but if it ever came down to it, my back against the wall with him, I know I'm great. Right. I'm gravy. You feel what I'm saying? But I wanted to go back to, you talking about how you deal with it and just like the many hats, and I'll also say the many boxes society tries to put us in, especially as Black women. I hate it.
Yeah.
Y'all not gonna do it to me.
I wish we had a box right now. We could just be pulling it out.
No, but seriously, because it's just like, ever since I've learned the word multifaceted, I've identified with that because I am. And I feel like as Black women in particular, we are. And I hate how society tries to put us in these boxes. They try to, if they're not over sexualizing us, they making us seem like these angry, bitter women.
Right.
Or for instance, like with the both of us, it's like some small, and I hate to say this, but this is just a reality. Some small-minded person is going to view this episode and be like, oh, they're both life coaches. But if we go and post, I don't know, something not even provocative, but just like something on Instagram that has nothing to do with that, it's, oh no, she's a double standard. What do you mean?
We're human. I feel like,
why do I have to operate in one hat my whole life?
Which is weird. And I had that battle at one point when I was trying to revamp my Instagram page.
Yeah,
and I was
talked about that.
We talked about that before, and I was just like, do I make a new Instagram? Do I? And my friend was like, no, people want to see the real you.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'd be like, oh, should I post me out with my friends? No, take that down. I'd be really battling sometimes. I'd be like, I'm going to post what I want to post.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm not going to be on there half naked. I mean, if I'm on a business trip with my friends, we at the beach or something,
yeah,
that's
cool.
different. But I'm not going to be on there doing no extra stuff.
Yeah.
But it's just like, why can't I just be who I am and be authentically me?
Right.
Like, why do you have to judge me for who I am? I don't want to see a coach that just clean cut and just...
Because we don't know you.
Yeah. I want to see, you know what? You still have fun. You still enjoy your life. You know, you like to do this. You like to do that.
Because I want to see the balance.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at this for, once again, guidance, motivation. Okay, if she can do this, I can do this too. Like it's not that serious. You know what I'm saying? But people be so small minded and they're so eager to judge.
So judgmental.
Oh my God. It's like you can't do nothing. It's like if I say I'm a bartender, people expect me to get on Instagram every day and make drinks. Like if I say I'm a life coach, people expect me to say motivational stuff every single day. If I say the relationship with God, me and him locked in, ain't no switching up, all that, I gotta talk about Jesus Christ every day. Right. It's just like I need people to understand because the only difference between you and I and let's say the average person is we are bold enough to now walk in our purpose and walk in our gifts.
Right.
They are not. That is the only difference. However, we are both human. We both struggle. Like we all struggle. We all have the same.
And that's how we're here, so we can teach people to
learn light on it.
Yeah, learn from my experiences, learn from what I went through. So I just, that's one right there. I'd be like, you know what? That's what sometimes I don't want to be on social media. Sometimes I'd be like, I really just want to get off Instagram. It's not even the same how it used to be before. It was all just fun. Now it's so much pressure, and I don't like the pressure that it has put on everybody. Yeah. Like I really, really don't like it. I just want to have fun and enjoy myself.
Yo, it's so funny that you're saying this because and we had this conversation about me like posting like my little TikToks and stuff, like as far as Wisdom Wednesdays. And I really was not trying to do it at first because it just felt so gimmicky.
Okay.
And I'm not a gimmicky type of girl. Like
yeah,
they'll find out. Y'all will find out. But I'm really who I am.
Yeah.
I just didn't like the idea of like setting up my phone and saying something to motivate people. It's like, bro, catch me in conversation. Yeah. Ask me a question.
Catch me in real time. I feel like it's like an AI. You're robotic. Like,
but I had to push past the idea of, okay, Aries, just because social media is gimmicky, you're operating your gift. You know that. So be confident that that's not your intent. That's not what you're doing. God wants you to use your voice because that's a gift that he gave you. God wants you to use the wisdom because that's a gift. You feel what I'm saying? But it's just so funny how we really be in our own way because
I'm about to say that.
Because of how we fear that we're going to be perceived.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
And we're human, so we're going to, have those thoughts and stuff. But
right.
Baby steps.
And it's like, I'm so glad we're doing a part 2 because we're going to wrap this episode up with this last little, you know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to wrap this episode because make sure y'all tune in for part 2. All right, cool. But, like we said, your new law, like, Lord Jesus Christ, can't even talk. Okay. No, but in choosing your new life, though, I think what we don't talk about as well is releasing everything that's familiar. How we talked about the different hats, how we talked about, things that we've participated in the past, and just understanding that you got to give that stuff up. Because it don't serve you no more.
And not everything can go with you either. You're in a whole different season. People are seasonal. Things are seasonal. You keep holding on to that weight, you're going to stay where you're at.
And trusting God that, I know for me personally, one of my testimonies is that it's truly rainbows after bad weather. And just understanding that your dark days not going to last forever.
Right.
Good times not going to last forever. It's not going to be a winning season every season. I know this season for me in particular, like we talked about, I'm transitioning.
Yeah.
I'm a student. I'm starting back all the way at the bottom with everything as far as my business to work my way back to the top. Like it's life really happens in cycles. As corny as it sounds,
right?
But it's very much true. But
it's like life after death type of thing.
Life. Oh yes, yes.
Like,
oh my god. Oh my god. You hit that on the head. I'm sorry. I got so excited. But look, because that old version of you got to die.
Have to.
I remember specifically when I felt myself break. It was like February of this year. I had just got my new car because my old car had got stolen. I didn't know double parking was illegal because I grew up with a father that did illegal stuff all the time. And a lot of stuff that I found out is illegal. I didn't know. And then I'm parking in my parking deck, girl, so I'm not thinking nothing of it. And plus, my car is white. I didn't want nobody to park beside it. Long story short, park my car gets towed. Right after I bought this car, down payment, insurance, had to get my car that I thought was stolen back. All this money, thousands of dollars or whatever. And I walk outside to my parking deck, and my new car is towed. Wow. So I just remember me being in the dirt parking lot of where my car got towed. And it wasn't just that. It was everything else that we've talked about in private, that it was just like, I've been going through it here spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, and now financially, I'm done. Yeah. I felt so spiritually defeated, yo. Like, I remember crying to my mom on the phone, like, I want to come home. If this is what Houston is, if this is what it's going to be like, I just want to come home. And she's like, you can't break. And I'm like, Mom, I'm broken. Do you hear me? Like, I'm broken. Do you hear?
Right. Like, where else can I go? I'm done.
I'm done. I feel defeated. And I feel like I have been depressed in the past, in my adolescence. But that was more so like suicidal ideations. That was like my coping. As an adult and being here initially, I feel like my depression more so looked like me partying a whole lot, me drinking a whole lot.
Escaping from.
Just numbing.
Not trying to deal with it.
And like we said initially, Houston is a city where you can go outside every single day and be
whoever you want to be.
Oh my God.
Literally.
So I feel like that's, and you know, it's so funny because obviously DM's blowing up like, oh my God, you're having so much fun the whole time. I'm depressed.
Okay.
Actually, I'm not having fun.
It looks like you're having such a great time. I'm not going to sit on this internet and
make y'all feel
sad.
like,
oh my God.
Never gave that.
I'm not going to let you see me sweat.
And I will say I had fun times, but I was going to sleep sad every night at that time. Like, literally. But I just wanted to say that because it's like, what if I would have just quit?
Right.
But, and also, what was happening in that moment was God was breaking me down to build me back up. He was definitely like, okay, this old version of you, this person that you've been operating as since you've been out here, she got to go. Because you ain't even come out here for all of that.
Right.
You ain't come out here to get lost. You ain't come out here to get chose. You ain't come out here to be just another little cute Houston joint that like dudes just want to come and see and fly out.
We need somebody
I ain't
else.
come out here for none of that.
Right.
I didn't come out here for none of that. Even with everything that happened that didn't go the way I thought I wanted it to go. So I just wanted to say too, like for anybody that's watching this, like if you are in the storm or just in the thick of your bad weather, understand that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Even if it don't look like it.
Okay? It's temporary.
Just like anything else. Think about good times that you've had. Think about lump sums of money that you had.
Right.
All that stuff come and go.
Coming to an end.
So I don't know. I just wanted to say that because it's just like that process can be very scary. And also now evolving into the woman that I am now versus the girl that I was when I initially moved here. I really do see why they say it's lonely at the top. Because a lot of people is still doing what I was doing when I first moved here.
Right. It's
not a hot girl summer for me.
Right.
It's a working girl summer. It's a grinding summer. It's a healed summer. I got stuff to do.
Right.
I'm going to be 25 in a couple months. By the time I'm 30, I'm trying to be yeah.
You got time to play with these people?
I don't got time. I don't have time. I don't have time for the shenanigans. I don't have time for the drama. It's a lot. I just don't have time for it. Like,
Right.
I'm trying to build an empire in real time. And in 5 years, it ain't even just about me. We gonna see who was playing and who was working.
Definitely gonna see, for sure.
Because we Black women, we gonna be fine the rest of our life.
Okay.
I'm not, hey, the looks ain't gonna fade. But the time waits for no one.
Nobody.
I don't want to look back when I am your age and be like, damn, what was I doing? I was just playing,
Doing nothing. Wasting my
parlaying?
time. Right. You gonna be good though. You gonna be good.
It will. But no, guys, please tune in to part 2, where we're going to be talking about, again, the rest of the price of positioning. I am your host, Eris Simone. Y'all stay tuned for part 2. Bye.